Good morning, everyone. I'm Zain Husseini, a senior business consultant at EDM, and I'm excited to welcome you all to our webinar on AI-driven recruitment and learning with SAP SuccessFactors. What we'll be expecting today from this webinar, we'll be exploring SuccessFactor overview models, how AI is transforming recruitment and learning in HR, and a live demo to see these solutions in actions. Quick heads up, this session is being recorded and the recording will be available on our website. Now let's get started. With us is Mrs. Jinan Shab, our SAP Business Unit Manager. We have Mr. Ismail Hamid, our SAP Account Executive. We have Mr. Omar Fuad, our Human Capital Management Solution Advisor, who will be leading the demo session. And finally, we have Mrs. Mahira Jalal, also Human Capital Management Solution Advisor, who will be answering all your questions. Now, before we get into SAP SuccessFactors, let me introduce EDM, because knowing who we are helps you understand why we do what we do. So basically, we've been delivering IT and software solutions in the MENA region for over 35 plus years. We operate in Lebanon, KSA, Qatar, Jordan, UAE, Iraq, and more companies to come. We work with 30 plus global IT brands covering ERP, cloud solutions, and cybersecurity. Most importantly, we are an SAP Gold Partner, helping businesses implement SAP solutions that truly make a difference. Now I will give the floor to Madame Jinan to elaborate more about EDM's vision. Madame Jinan, the floor is all yours.
Thank you, Zain. أهلا وسهلا فيكم جميعا. I believe معنا guests من لبنان أكيد، معنا من السعودية، معنا من العراق. في شي country معنا I didn't mention. يا أهلا وسهلا فيكم جميعا. أكيد اسمي جينان شاب. I represent the SAP division at EDM, and I'm very, very thrilled to have you all among us today. نحن كلنا أحكي شوي بالعربي لأنه بعرف في عنا هيك guests بفضلوا العربي شوي على الإنجليش. I'll be mixing both. نحن أكيد we are witnessing a rapid shift in technology. And businesses everywhere are embracing latest innovations to stay ahead. حتى نحن يعني على personal level, we are looking into those tools to advance our career. So AI is no longer the future, it's the present. We are all using AI-powered tools like ChatGPT, Gemini, DeepSeek, Copilot, name it, you have tools for it. Very smart and very ready at our hands. يعني بعطيكم هيك example كتير صغير. ChatGPT صار معنا بقلب الواتساب لهالدرجة، يعني حتى بالpersonal life صار معنا. بنحكي مع ChatGPT، أنا بحكي مع ChatGPT أكتر ما بحكي مع زوجي. So لهالدرجة كنا صرنا عم نستعمله. I believe ما في حدا ما بقى عم يستعمل AI tools. فمن هالمنطلق we are in the beginning. Technology is advancing exponentially now, and the rise of agentic AI, now we are talking about no more about AI, we are talking about agentic AI, we are talking about LLMs, which are the large language models. It's taking automation and intelligence to a whole new level, enabling businesses to work smarter, faster, and more efficiently than ever. For this, نحن اليوم مجتمعين to explore together what's the latest in AI and specifically in the HR trends, and specifically more in LMS, the learning module of SAP SuccessFactors, and the recruiting module of كمان SuccessFactors. ليش SAP وليش EDM؟ لأنه we want ourselves and the businesses you represent yourselves to innovate as fast as possible. لأنه this is the trend nowadays. Our commitment as a partner is to bring you the latest advancements, not for the sake of technology only, but to truly support you and to support the organizations اللي انتوا عم بتمثلوها. نحن بنعتبر حالنا your extended arm and your trusted partner. And we are available to support you navigate this fast-changing digital world. I look forward to know you better, each one of you. I'll leave for you my phone number and my email. If you need anything, please don't hesitate to contact me. I'll leave the floor now to Ismail. He's the best one to represent SAP. He is the Lebanese account manager for Lebanon and Jordan. And he's better to introduce SAP to you. Ismail, the floor is yours.
Thank you, Madam Jeanine. Hello, everyone. I would like to thank you, Annie, for joining this webinar. Well, I really hope that you find it relevant. As Jeanine mentioned, I am the Senior Account Executive looking after Lebanon mid-market. At SAP, our goal is to enhance the global operation and enrich lives. And in today's dynamic environment, surpassing the traditional ERP and CRM frameworks is essential. So at SAP, we aim to deliver comprehensive end-to-end solutions tailored to your business and industry. Jeanine, I'm not sure you're sharing. Can you please share just the screen?
Omar, would you share it from your end?
Yeah. Okay, thank you. So entering the SAP Business Technology Platform, or the so-called BTP, which is an open source platform created to support application development like automation, integration, data analytics, and artificial intelligence. BTP complements our core ERP, as you can see in the screen, offering a reliable base to all your business requirements, including the human capital management, which is our main topic today, including also the spend management and business network, supply chain management, and customer relationship management, or the CRM. With BTP, our clients can gain access to business-focused tools and content that seamlessly enhance their business processes. Additionally, we integrate our generative AI, as you can see, which is Joule, into applications offering advanced business AI capabilities and empowering our clients to maintain a competitive edge with their industries. In today's webinar, we're going to focus on SAP Human Capital Management Solution, or the so-called SuccessFactors suite, which plays an important role in helping companies to transform their business and HR and to stay competitive. SuccessFactors is currently driving value worldwide for more than 10,000 organizations and 260 million users by harnessing the power of AI to elevate every experience and create a future-ready workforce. And it also guides every people decision and connect HR across every aspects of your business. Being saying that, I will hand it over now to my colleague Omar Fouad from SAP, who is our technical solution advisor, who is going to take you through a journey into SuccessFactors capabilities and features. So I really hope that you liked it and find relevant. Thank you so much. Over to you, Omar.
Omar, you're muted.
Can you hear me now?
Yes, perfect.
Okay, thank you. So I was saying thank you, Ismail, so much for the introduction, and thank you all for the introduction, and thank you for our audience for joining us today in the webinar, and hopefully it will be very beneficial for you. Just a quick introduction about myself. This is Omar Fouad. I'm a solution advisor at SAP, and I'm specialized in the HCM solution, which is called SuccessFactors. I'm also joined today by my colleague Mahira Galal, who's also an HCM solution advisor. and she will be taking care of your questions in the chat. So if any one of you have any question, we will have a session at the end or a part of our session at the end to cover your questions. But also, if you have any question during the session, feel free to add it to the chat, and my colleague Mahira will be answering your question. So for our agenda for today, it's consisting of 3 parts. The first thing, we're going to have a quick introduction. Then we will have a solution overview about SuccessFactors. Then we will go through a live demo on our system. So before starting, just let me take you on a quick journey. So I believe most of us nowadays don't start their day without a perfect cup of coffee. So just imagine with me that you are waking up in the morning and trying to fix yourself a good cup of coffee. But you go to your kitchen and you can't find any mugs. You can find it in the bedroom, for example. And now you're looking for the coffee itself, but you can't find it. You can find it in the living room. And next, you're finding a spoon, but you can't find it anywhere. I believe this will be very frustrating for you and will set your mood off for the whole day. But imagine with me that you have a coffee machine, that with just one single press of a button, you will have the perfect cup of coffee, starting your day in a perfect way. Not just this, but also imagine with me that you have a smart coffee machine that can be integrated with your mobile phone. So when you set your alarm for waking up in the morning, it automatically scheduled you the perfect cup of coffee. So you wake up smelling the coffee all over the place and starting your day right. Reflect this with me on your business. Imagine with me that you work in different silos, your HR functions are scattered in different solutions or in different softwares, having many Excel sheets that you need to search for data. So for example, if you want to build a report, you have to search many data sources, you have to go through different systems, and you have to go through different Excel sheets. And also, for example, if you want to approve or you have any workflows or any requests, you'll be searching through your mail to find any approval request that you need to approve. So having things all over the place, this will keep you frustrating all the time. But if you have everything integrated into one place, automated, so the workflows are already configured in the system. So whenever something is triggered, it automatically know how it should be routed. If you want to generate a report, just by a click of a button, you will have the perfect dashboard having all the data concerning your organization in one place. How you can reach this? You can reach this by the help of SAP. By the help of SAP, you will be able to elevate your efficiency and unleash the automation and move forward and faster with your organization. So silos are destroying the experience for managers and also for employees. There is no loyalty, there is no harmony between the teams. So whenever the automation and integration comes in place, the results will be totally different. Everything will be automated, everything will be fast-paced, and this will affect the result of work at the end. So how SAP can do this? So we have our solution today, which is SAP SuccessFactors, that's specialized in the HCM. And what does SuccessFactors offer? So the first thing, that SuccessFactors has different localization in more than 104 countries, and also it comes with 45 languages. And also the payroll is localized for 49 countries, so you don't have to worry about the labor laws, the taxation rules. Everything is already embedded within our system. Also, any regulatory changes that happen on the go, it will be updated by SAP on the system. You as a customer will not have anything to do with it, and you don't have to worry about this. Everything will be automated and everything will be covered for you. Nevertheless, we also have over 350 partner applications available through the SAP store. So whenever you need anything that you can find already embedded in the solution, we will have it as a partner application that can be added over your system. Also, since the trend nowadays is the AI, and SAP is really interested and concerning the AI in its solutions, AI is already embedded nowadays in SuccessFactors in 3 different main areas. So the first thing is the predictive AI, and then we have the generative AI and the conversational AI. The predictive AI is based on the machine learning technology as well as the AI, and it helps you to get personalized recommendations based on your interests, based on your daily work on the system. It start predicting and start giving you personalized recommendations. Then we have the generative AI that works as a writing assistant, and this goes all over the solution. So whenever you're trying to type anything into solution, whether it's a manager giving feedback to an employee is writing a comment, an employee is sending anything to his manager, all of these applications will be covered by the generative AI, and the writing assistants can be used in this. Next, we have our conversational AI, which is the digital assistant that is your everyday work, and this can be accessed by the users to take any actions they require on the system without navigating the system. Just chatting with the digital assistant, they will be able to take actions on the system. Our AI assistant is called Joule. So Joule is already embedded in SuccessFactors. And by the way, whenever this presentation will be shared with you, you will have here this Joule use cases that you can access and see the different cases for Joule on SuccessFactors. How Joule will affect your daily work? It will make it faster because you don't have to navigate through the system just by giving it the command or chatting with it to get what you need. That will be the most efficient thing to do. So without navigating on the system, you will take the required actions and you will get smarter insights and better outcomes as it understands what you're saying and replies back from information within the system. And also you will have full control and you will maintain the data privacy that you required as well. So now let's see a quick application for Joule, which is creating a new position, since this is one of the applications that's mostly related for our topic for today's session. So here we are logged into SuccessFactors and we are trying to create a new position using Joule. So we start chatting with Joule and ask it to create a new position. So the first thing we get asked is this new position relevant to a position you already have? Then yes, Joule gets us all the positions that are under our team. We choose the position we want to create something like, and we get all the position details as well. Joule asks us if we want to make any changes on this. So we make the changes for the job title. We add the new title that we want to update. Then Joule will generate this and ask us if there's anything else we want to change. So yes, and now we are going forward to create our position using Joule. Now all the details that I need to change are done, and here we have a quick summary of the position and how it will look like. And now it's going to be submitted for approval. So the normal case is that we have an approval process for the position creation. So it tells us that this request will be approved, and also the people in the workflow for that approval will appear by Joule. And it asks us if we want to add any comments. So we added the comment that this is also related to a certain project. And now everything is done and the position is gone for approval. So this is how we can use Joule to move on with our daily work. Now, how SAP SuccessFactors can help us accelerate our work. So SAP SuccessFactors has already been implemented for more than 10,000 customers all over the globe and in different industries. Also, the depth and breadth of the HR capabilities. So each HR function is already embedded within SuccessFactors. It has its own module that has all the functionalities that's going to be required by your HR team. And next, that SuccessFactors gives an individualized experience designed specifically for the user that's logged in right now. So depending on your role in your organization, you will have the specific permissions and you will have the specific actions that you can do on the system. So based on your role, you will get your specific permissions. And also here, as you can see, the number speaks for itself. So SuccessFactors help the employee to increase their productivity by 75%, increasing or improving the employee experience by 90%, which then affect the loyalty of the employees for the company and giving them the sense of belonging that they require. Also, it improved the organization agilities. So for example, improvement in the speed and accuracy of HR reporting by 85%. And I believe the reporting is one of the most important things that all of us require on the day-to-day work to keep eye on everything. And also regarding the performance, SAP helped its customers to boost their performance, like by 25% faster time to hire people, and also 35% time savings for performance management. So this is just a quick glimpse of how SAP can help its customers. And here we have some customers examples that are already implementing and using SAP. So the first thing is we have Vodafone Group, and I think all of us know Vodafone, and they are one of our successful implementations and one of our biggest customers as well. And as you can see here, 85% of core businesses processes standardized across 24 countries using SAP's solution. Also, we have our other customer is Microsoft, and also Microsoft is one of our biggest customers, and they are using SuccessFactors nowadays. And as you can see, they have over 220,000 employees in different countries, in 108 different countries using the core HR for SuccessFactors. Their numbers improved regarding the job creation to job posting from 24 to 72 hours, and it reached 15 minutes only. So this reflects how SuccessFactors can help organizations improve their numbers and improve their productivity. I know that these names are big, like they're large enterprises, and give you the sense that SuccessFactors is for large enterprises, but this is totally untrue because SuccessFactors is designed to serve SMEs as well as large enterprises, because it depends on your business needs. It depends on what you really want to implement. You will be able to do so. And according to your number of employees, this is also how we're going to implement SuccessFactors. So it's scalable. It can cover companies starting from small organization to large enterprises. So now we're going to have a quick solution overview about SuccessFactors. We're going to discuss what exactly SuccessFactors is made of and how it can help you to cover all your HR functions. So this is a quick view about our SuccessFactors full suite. So we can simply say that SuccessFactors is divided into two main parts. The first part is the core HR and payroll, and then we have the second part, which is the talent management. For the core HR and payroll, we have the Employee Central, where we have our organizational master data, where we can keep all our employee master data. We have our organizational chart, we have our benefits, we have our approval processes. Everything is in the Employee Central, which most people call the core HR. Then we have our time and attendance, where it can be integrated with any biometrics machines that you have in place. You can add the working schedule for your employees, as well as keeping track of their attendance and their clock-ins and clock-outs. Next, we have our payroll, where we can manage our salaries for the employee, which also covers the retroactive payments and one-time payments as well, and off cycles. So all the data can be integrated into the payroll. So for example, we have the Employee Central, where we keep the job descriptions and the job grades for the employees and the salary ranges, and then using the time and attendance, comparing the planned time versus the actual time, and doing the calculations that will affect the employee's salary. All of this can be integrated into the payroll at the end, giving the employee the correct salary at the end of each month. So this is when it comes to the core HR and payroll. Then moving to our talent management part, where it covers the employee's journey from hire to retire. And as we say, from hire to retire, so the first thing we have is the recruiting, where we are able to manage the positions in our organization, know exactly what are the vacant positions, know where we need to hire our people, and then we'll be able to create job requisitions, moving to job postings, so we have our candidates apply for our jobs, and of course managing the candidate journey till they receive the offer from our system. Once they receive the offer, we then move to the onboarding part. So the onboarding, where we have like a checklist for our new hires that they can follow, and they will have access also to the onboarding module before their first working day, so they will be able to provide the required documents or the hiring documents for the company. And now, as we see in this table, we have tiles for each module. So it depends on your needs. We will be able to tailor the system that will be implemented for you. So you don't have to buy the full suite all at once. We can phase out the implementation. If you just have like a gap in recruiting, we can only have the recruiting module implemented. So this is how I'm saying that SuccessFactors is scalable and for all kinds of organization. You don't have to be a large enterprise and get the full suite all at once. So moving forward with our talent management journey, onboarding, it also covers offboarding, which when any employee is leaving your organization for any reason, and also covers cross-boarding where there are internal moves as well. Moving to the performance management, where we have our goals and performance management, so we can set the goals and KPIs for our employees. And of course, also the managers can cascade their goals to their teams and keep track of these goals. And then moving to the performance management, where we can have our appraisals, and if you have any performance cycles, whether it's monthly, quarterly, or annually, this can be configured on the system to serve your business need. And of course, we can provide you with the best practices that will help you boost your work and start and have a good head start with the system. Then moving to the compensation management, where it also can be integrated with the performance management. So based on the overall performance of an employee, you can base the annual raise, or you can base the bonuses or any one-time payments. All of this can be managed from the compensation management module. Then moving to the career and talent development, where you have your development goals set for the employees, as well as for the succession plan for your whole organization, where you can highlight key positions that can't be left vacant at any point of time. So you start highlighting these key positions and also start nominating successors to take the position whenever it's empty, and also start their development plan to be able to fill these key positions whenever the time comes. Last but not least, we have our learning management module, where you can manage the whole learning journey for your employees. If you have your own content, it can be uploaded on the system. If you are already dealing with a third-party provider, the courses itself can be embedded into SuccessFactors, and the employees will take everything from SuccessFactors. And of course, it also manages the online content and the instructor-led content. So basically, this is a quick glimpse about the full suite and the modules that are covered within SuccessFactors. Of course, all these modules comes over a very powerful analytical tool. So we have our reporting tool within SuccessFactors that will enable you to build any report that you require from any data that's stored on the system. So hopefully now I just gave you a quick explanation of SuccessFactors and how it works. And of course, as I mentioned, if you have any questions, please feel free to add them on the chat, and my colleague Mahira will take care of those questions. So now we're gonna move to the demo part, where we have our live demo on the system. So our demo journey for today will be consisting as follows. So the first thing, we're going to see how we can manage our positions within the organization, then how we can create our job requisitions, moving to finding the perfect candidate for the open position that we posted. Then after the employee is hired, we're going to see how he can take his learning journey within SuccessFactors. And last but not least, we will just have a quick glimpse about the reporting and how we can use the reporting tool within SuccessFactors to have insights about our organization. So now I'm just quickly going to share my screen for the system. Okay, so hopefully now you can see my screen. And this is the landing page for SuccessFactors. This is the home page that's completely configurable to fit your business needs and your company theme. So for example, here we can change the logo, we can change here this image that shows, and also the message that's shown for the users whenever they open SuccessFactors. Also, our system operates with something called the role-based permission. So based on your role within the organization, you will have a set of permissions that will allow you to do the work on SuccessFactors. So we're now logged in by a people manager. So he has a team under him and he has different positions to manage. So here we have the home screen for that manager. So the first thing we have is the quick actions, where we have the day-to-day work that's going to be required by this user on his daily job. So he can easily navigate to do some actions. Of course, some of them are also self-services, like requesting time offs or viewing the pay statements. So these are all at the quick actions part. Then moving to the approvals part. So as I mentioned, this is a people manager. So he'll be part of a lot of approval processes or a lot of approval workflows. He can simply here have on his home screen all the approvals that's pending from his end. He can simply have the details for these approvals and either accept or reject. The For You Today part is to give the user what's really required from him to do during this day, not just the day, but any workflow that's pending from her end or any action that's pending from his end on the system will be mentioned at this part on the home screen. Last but not least, we have our organizational updates, where we can propagate any information for all the population of our company. We can just add it here as a tile that people will see, like for example, any public holidays, any holidays that you want to congratulate your employees with, it can be added here. Any organizational change also, it can be added here. So any information that you need to propagate for the population of your organization can be simply added here. So now let's just not go into details and divert from our purpose for today. So we're going to go directly to the recruitment part. So as I mentioned, the first thing we're going to do is seeing the positions within the organization and how we can create the job requisitions for these positions. So here we have our position org chart that includes all the positions within the organization. And of course, they are built in the right hierarchy that we are doing at the initial implementation for the system. Here, as we are logged by this employee, Jeff, who's the people manager, we will be able to see his positions only, and he will have actions to take over his positions only. He won't be able to take actions on different departments, for example. So it depends on the role, he get his permission. So here he have all the positions that under his authority or within his team. Here the list of all the positions, and within the position tile, you can see some quick information about the position itself, and also you can see the FTE, whether this position is occupied or it's open for hiring. Also, we have here this feature is the as of date. So for example, if you want to start planning for the recruiting for next year, you can set the date here for next year, and what will appear to you is the same position org chart, but with the changes that will happen during this time period. So for example, if you have people leaving your company, if you have people retiring, if you are already hiring new people, you will be able to see the position org chart at any point of time that you require to help you plan for your future. So here for this position, for example, we need to create a new job requisition. So we simply choose this position and we can either take some different actions here. So you can show the incumbent history by seeing who were the people occupying this position. You can create a position in lower level or on the same level. And also from here, you can create your job requisition. So whenever you create a job requisition, the system starts to ask you some quick or gonna ask from you to fill some very short fields. So for example, the first thing we have is the date of this new job requisition, when you want this job requisition to be available. So as I mentioned, you can plan for your future. So it's either you can choose it to be today or you can choose it to be at any point in future. Also here, you choose the job requisition template. So as we start the implementation, we build these templates because maybe you require different templates for like technical roles. You will have some technical questions for administrative role, for managerial roles. You can have different job requisitions, including different details for you to be able to find the perfect candidates. So depending on your need, you will be able to build your templates and then use it whenever you create a job requisition. And the last thing is the number of openings, how many openings you want to create this job requisition for. And we can simply create the job requisition and then we can manage it from the recruiting part. So now if we, and just for your information, this drop-down list include all the modules that's implemented on the system. So as I mentioned, depending on your business needs and depending on the modules that you require to be implemented, this list will be updated. So here, we're gonna go directly to the recruiting module. And here we have a list of all the job requisitions that I have access to see. And by I here, I mean Jeff, the user that we are logged in right now. So here we have all the job requisitions that I'm allowed to see. Whenever I open a job requisition, I will be able to view some of the details that I only have the permission to view. And here, as you can see, all these fields are not editable as I am now logged in by a people manager. I'm not a recruiter. I'm here as my role is a hiring manager. So if I go for the job profile, for example, I won't be able to edit the job description. So now just let me very quickly change the user that we are logged in right now. We're going to be joining the system by a recruiter. So she will be having more permissions and more editing rights than the user that we have. So just let me log in here. So now we're going to be logged in by Tessa Walker, who's an HR business partner and also a recruiter within the organization. So here you will see that she has visibility on much more job requisitions. And we're going to see further how she can have more rights to edit these job requisitions. Just let me give you a quick glimpse of the job requisitions that we have here. So here we have the job title, we have who's the hiring manager, how many candidates are applying for this job, and here we have this bar that shows us the progress regarding this job requisition, whether it's about to be filled or still at an early stage. And from here, we can simply go to any of these job requisitions to view the details. So here we have our details for the job requisitions. And as I mentioned, when we were logging by Jeff, these fields were not editable. he only can view these fields. But now, since we are logged in by a recruiter and also an HR business partner, we will be able to edit all these fields. But let me tell you something, you don't need to edit these fields, because as we build our system, we build the hierarchy of our positions and our job roles. So the system automatically inherits the information from the hierarchy we added and from the organizational chart, and populate these fields with it whenever we create a new job requisition. So you just need to have a good implementation or first configuration, and then the system will continue doing its work uninterrupted and will not require any more effort from you, as everything will be inherited, everything will be passed from the right place to its next destination. With a very good implementation, you will be able to forget about all these fine details that you need to check every time you create a job requisition or you update anything. Everything will be automated by the system within the preferred workflow from your end. So now also let us go to the part of the job profile where we will have the magic of AI and see how the AI can help us enhance our job description. So now we are creating a job requisition for a role that's already in our system, but the job description is a little outdated. So we just need to add a fine tuning for it, but we don't need to do anything new. So we can simply just choose to enhance the job description using the AI. So the AI will start doing its magic, and it will take the current job description, and based on it will generate a new job description with new details. And this is the power of the generative AI that I was talking about. So here you have this new generated job description that you can simply accept, and it will be updated on this job requisition. Also, you can manage the skills required for this position or new job role. So here you have already the skills embedded for this role. You can ask the AI to suggest new role based on the job description and based on the employees that already occupying a role similar to this one. So here you have the suggested skills that you can just simply add or choose and then add to the new job requisition that you are having, and it will be simply saved and added here as new skills. So now going back to the job requisition details, where we have everything already populated by the system for itself, like the department, the division, the job country, all of this is already populated automatically from the system, from the previous data, or from the organizational chart or the job hierarchy that's already made. Here we have the job role, the job code, the job pay grade as well. All the details related for the job is automatically filled by the system. And here we come to the part of the questionnaire, which is really helpful for you for your pre-screening. So here we can create questions that will help us to do some pre-screening for the candidates applying for the jobs, in order to save our time and not go through many candidates that's not qualified for our position that we are looking for right now. So for example, here we're going to create a quick question. So, are you living in the Middle East? And then we're going to create our answers for this question. So we're going to choose here multiple choice, and we can have here no, and adding another answer, which is yes. And we're going to have here this correct answer as yes. So now we're going to create this question. And as you can see, the question here is now created. And we have our answers, and here we have our check boxes. So here we can choose whether this question is mandatory for the applicants to answer or not. So if we want this question to be mandatory, we will make it required. And then this is the good part where we can make this question as a disqualifier. So we created the questions, we set the correct answer to yes. So any candidate that will answer this question with no will be automatically disqualified by the system, and he will receive an email, an automated email from the system mentioning that he will not be able to continue with our hiring journey for whatever is the reason, and the template can be configured as well on the system and sent to the disqualified candidates. But you will not be losing the candidate's information, as it might be helpful for you in the future for any new position that will be open that fits this candidate profile. So any disqualified candidate, you will also still keep his or her information within your system for future usage. But for this job requisition, the candidate will be disqualified, receiving the automated message from the system. So this is when it comes to the job requisitions and how we create it, and also we talked about the job profile, and now we're going to go to the part of posting the jobs that we already created. So now you created the job requisitions and you need to post these jobs. So out of the box integration comes with SuccessFactors for the hiring platforms like Indeed, like LinkedIn. You can directly post the jobs from SuccessFactors to these third parties, and you will be able to manage the posts from SuccessFactors. Like, for example, you're going to see how many clicks were done on this post and what's the start and end date and the days left. And whenever someone applies from these hiring websites, it will come directly to SuccessFactors with the information from the job requisition or the application that were filled by these candidates will come directly to SuccessFactors. Also, SuccessFactors recruiting comes with an external career site out of the box that needs no further development. And let's just have now a quick view of this external career site. So here's our external career site. Let me change the language to English. Here it is. Let me zoom out. So this is the home screen for our external career site that comes out of the box with the recruiting module. And of course, this career or web page is completely configurable. So as I mentioned, you can change the logo, adding your company logo, changing the color to match your company theme. And of course, this image at the background can be changed and the messages as well. So just simply anyone can come to this career site, creating a profile, and they can, for example, search for any job that they like. So let's say project and start searching for jobs. They will have a list of all the openings within your organization that matches their search result, and they can simply open the job that they need. They will see the description, they will see the skills required, any details that was added on SuccessFactors will be visible for them from the external career site, and they will be able to apply for the jobs, and they're gonna now be directed to the job applications where it asks them some details that you required from their end. And of course, you are able to manage what are the fields that are mandatory to be filled and what are the optional. Here, for example, we asked them to add their resumes and CVs, their email addresses. And also here, you can view the questions that were added. They are simply to the ones we created before, and these questions can be disqualifiers as well. Whenever candidate fills these applications and apply for the job you have, it will be automatically sent to the job requisition within SuccessFactors, where you can manage the hiring journey. So here we can go to the candidates part, where we have all the candidates that applied for our position. Here we have the different stages of the hiring process, or the different statuses for each candidate. As you can see here, we have many stages, but this is completely configurable to match your business needs and to match your business process that you have for your hiring journey. And of course, if you need the best practice, it can be implemented as well. So here we have the different stages like forwarded, invited to apply, new applicant, interview, offer. And of course, within each stage, you can have a sub-stage. Like, for example, if you have different interviews, we can make sub-categories from the interviews, like the first screening, and then we have like the technical interview. All of this can be added to our system. And here you have a list of all the applicants applied for your job. And also this is another application where we have the magic of AI implemented within SuccessFactors. As you can see here, the skills compatibility. So as we saw during our job application, we asked the applicants to upload their CVs. Once the CVs are uploaded by the candidates and it's integrated within SuccessFactors, the AI starts parsing these CVs to get the skills out of the CVs of the applicants and matching them with the skills required for this job from the job description itself, and start matching the parsed skills from the CV with the required skills for this job, and gives you the skills compatibility for each employee. This will help you in screening your candidates or give you a quick suggestion of who's going to be the most fitting candidate to fill this position. So, of course, you can sort the candidates using the skills compatibility. And whenever you want to know more about the candidate, you can simply open his candidate profile. And for your information, the candidates' profiles are saved within SuccessFactors. You never lose a candidate data. Maybe he's not fitting right now, but in the future, he will be the perfect candidate for an opening you have. So here we have our candidate's profile, and here we can view the resumes and the documents uploaded by these candidates on SuccessFactors. And for example, if you want to scroll between your applicants to know or to have a quick visibility about what you have to choose from. So here we are opening the resume for one of the candidates. We can simply navigate between the resumes of the candidates by moving forward or backwards. So here, whenever we go from one candidate to another, it opens the same page that we are standing on. So here we are standing on the resumes and documents section. So whenever I navigate between the candidate, it will just open the same thing, so I can compare the resumes for the different candidates that applied for me. So then, if a candidate is fitting for the job and he's progressing within the hiring levels, and we reach the interview part, we have our interview scheduling tool and also our interview central, where we can manage all the interviews that we have within SuccessFactors. So we don't need to open another system or to go to Teams or Outlook to schedule or to attend an interview. So for example, here we need to schedule.
Sorry, Omar, for the interruption, but
Sure.
someone is asking if you can quickly repeat where we get all the applicants again. What
Okay.
are the sources? Yeah, because it seemed that, yeah, sorry for
Okay,
this.
so no problem, but let us go with the flow now, and then we will have all the questions at the end of the session. We will be answering it, and I'll be opening the system as well. So
All right.
just keep writing your questions, and I'll take care of them at the end. So now I was saying that within the system itself, we have our interview scheduling tool. So here you have all the interviews assigned to you for each job requisition. So you can simply go for one of those and start planning or scheduling your interview. And of course, SuccessFactors has an integration with Microsoft Teams, so you don't need to close SuccessFactors and open Teams. No, everything is in one place. So we can simply here make it an online meeting option and choose Microsoft Teams as the software for that meeting. Here we are able to add our interviewers. So for example, we have Tessa, we can add Jeff. And here we have the scheduling for the interview itself. So for example, if you have a technical person is in the interview and an HR person, and you want to know exactly how the interview will be divided between them, this gives you a very good visibility about how the interview will be divided, who's going to be required at which part, so you can easily plan your interview. And of course, you can extend the time for each interviewer, and you can make them overlap, or you can make them sequential, whatever is your preference. And then also we will have an integration, or we have an integration with Microsoft Outlook. So whenever you add interviewers and also the candidate to that interview, you will have here the available time slots based on their calendar from Microsoft Outlook. So you will be able to find the perfect slot for each one of the interviewers, and you will be able to send the interview schedule also from the system. So if we click here, continue, here we have our template, our email template. That's also will be configured on the system, and then you can use multiple times. You don't have to write the emails each time you want to send an invitation. So here, for example, we choose the template for the interview invitation. The template will be fetched from the system, and all the highlighted yellow parts in the email template will be automatically populated by the system. So for example, here, dear, and the candidate first name, it will be fetched from the system and added to the template. So you just choose the template, and then you are ready to fire this email to the candidate and to the interviewers as well. So here, the interview is scheduled and it's ready to go. You need to have a visibility about the interviews that you need to conduct. So here we have our interview central, where you have all the interviews scheduled for your participation. You have two options. The first option is that you can print and go the interview details. If you're having this interview like a one-to-one and you don't want to bring your laptop, for example, or your iPad, as the system comes on web applications and also comes on mobile devices out of the box, there's an application for SuccessFactors that requires no further development. So any configuration that's done on the web application will automatically be reflected on your mobile application as well. So here you can just print and go, or you can open the ratings or the editing for the interview within the system. Whenever you add your editings, you will have at the end here the summary with the score for that applicant that will already be reflecting in the candidates or the applicants for that job. And here you can write or upload interview notes. And at the end, you can just simply write a comment. So for example, this is the perfect candidate, for example. And if you want to adjust this using the AI, you can simply do so. So here you can choose whether you want to enhance the writing, change the tone, making it more professional, more personable, or constructive, shorter or longer, and you can even translate. So if you have a candidate or you have someone in your recruiting team that prefers a different language that you don't speak, you can just simply translate. And here we can translate to Arabic, for example, translate, and it's already on the system, apply, and here you go, done. The comment is translated and saved using the AI, and of course, it's also enhanced using the AI. So now going back to our job requisitions and candidates, because the time is short, I'm gonna try to keep this as fast as possible. So if we now go back to the job requisition that we had, let's open another one. So here we have our candidates. So we're done with the interview process. Now we need to have our candidates on the offer phase, but we will not be able to move it. Here we have our offer phase. So we'll also be able to generate the offers from SuccessFactors and give it to or send it to our candidates to see how they will react to the offer, whether they will accept or reject. So similar to the invitations that were sent for the interview, we create the templates for our offer letters. So here, any template will be configured having your company theme and having your logo and colors and everything. And also all the highlighted fields here are dynamic, so they will be automatically filled by the system. Like for example, the candidate name, what's the job he's applying for, who's the hiring manager, what's the salary base, everything. We just create this template and save it on the system to be used whenever this is required. Then after sending the offer to the candidate and he accepts the offer, we will then take him to our onboarding phase. Whenever a candidate is in the onboarding phase, we can simply initiate onboarding from the system itself, and he will be automatically directed to the onboarding module. So now just let's have a quick look about the onboarding from the manager's point of view, and also we're going to see it from the new hire point of view. So now we are moving to the onboarding module. So here you have a list of all the new hires that you have within the organization. And here you have a quick comparison between them, like who's the hiring manager, what's the start date. And here you have the different phases of the onboarding process, data collection, compliance forms, new hire tasks. And if you want to have more details, we can simply go to view the details for that onboarding or new hire onboarding process. And the onboarding is not just specified for the new hire, but it's also specified for any team within your organization. So for example, here we have a new hire task, which is request a laptop. And this will be directed to your IT team. So here you can see who is this task assigned to. So here, these are people from your IT team itself, and you can send them a nudge to give them a notification that this is overdue. And here you can see all the details regarding this task that needs to be completed. So the onboarding is not just for the new hires, it's also for any department within your organization. Like it can be for the HR to collect all the hiring documents. It can be for the IT to give the right equipment to the new hire, and so on. And now let's just go and view this from a candidate's point of view. So I'll just jump really quickly for how this will be viewed from the candidate's perspective. And of course, if you have any questions, please add them to the chat right now in order not to miss anything when we go to our Q&A part. Okay, so here now we are logged in by a new hire. He just moved to the onboarding process, and this is the pre-boarding portal, and the candidate will have access to it before his first working day. So for example, we have someone that's accepted our job offer and he will be starting at the 1st of March, but we want him to complete all the onboarding tasks before his first working day. We'll give him access to the system only for the onboarding module. So if we go to the drop down that we have right here, he will only have visibility on the onboarding module. So this is just before his working day, his first working day. So he will have access only for the onboarding, so he can complete the tasks. And here, just a quick example of the checklist for the onboarding. Here we have the providing the personal data. So some of these personal data will be automatically inherited from the job application that this new hire did. But also when he's accepted and he's going to be hired within our organization, we're going to need more information. So this is where he can fill these information. As you can see here, we have the personal data. And we have also different sections like the personal information, job information, and they are dimmed because we can add the sequence that we require for the permissions for this new hire to fill the data, so he can't move to the next section without completing the first section. Also here we have the national ID information, and it will be depending on the country that this system is implemented in and the localization enabled on this tenant, the country and the national ID information will match the national ID information required for each country. And this is also part of our localization. Here we have different examples of the onboarding task that can be done. So for example, here we have our health program. If you have any insurance for the employees that they can enroll in, from here they will be able to choose whether they want to enroll or not, whether they have any dependents, and if yes, they will be asked to add their dependents information. So any data required to be collected from the new hire, we can add it to this checklist right here. Also, we can add a tile for know your people. So the new hire can have information about the team he's going to be joining. He will be able to have their contact details. If he wants to grab a cup of coffee with them, for example, he can reach out for them and get the connections going before his first working day. Also, if he has any meetings, we can add it here on the onboarding portal. And also we can add any links we want, like a virtual office tour, or if we have an onboarding survey, it can be added as part of the onboarding tools. Now, quickly, let me go back to the learning part. And also the learning part can be embedded within our onboarding, so they all can happen at one place. So let me quickly go back to the onboarding part to see the part for the learning. So now just to give you a heads up what's still remaining, we're going to see the learning part very quickly, and then we're going to move to the reporting, and that will be it for today. And of course, going to the Q&A part after this, but let me share my screen here. Okay, so now the new hire is onboarded and he completed all his onboarding steps, and now he has something on the system called the growth portfolio. And this growth portfolio helps the employee to know more about himself and helps him to enlarge his skills within the company. And here, for example, we have all the skills for that employee. We have roles and aspirations added to this employee based on his skills. And this is also part of the AI and machine learning within the system. So based on the skills that this employee has, and also based on the actions that he takes on the system on daily basis, the system starts to suggest some roles that will be fitting for him in the future. So here he's matching, or the system is matching the skills of that employee with the skills of all the roles already configured on the system, and start suggesting these roles as future roles for that employee. Also here we have all the set of skills that an employee has, where he needs, for example, he will have an insights on all the skills. So here he, for example, this skill needs to be of proficiency 3, and he's has 2, and it's critical, so he needs to work on that skill. So this is give the employee a full insight about himself and how he can grow within the organization, and give him the heads up required for each future role or future aspiration he can take. Also, the system will gather any opportunity within the system for that employee to grasp on and to enhance. So here, for example, part of the opportunities to grow is some of the learning information or learning courses on our system. that can be taken by this employee. So for example, if we choose the qualitative research methods, we can open it and it will redirect us to the learning management system within SuccessFactors. So we will be able to take the course. So here, whenever we open the LMS, it gives us a quick introduction about the course, what are the course details, and if it has online content or if it's instructor-led, we're going to see the schedule for this course itself. And here we can go to the learning homepage, and in the learning homepage, it will be divided into different sections. Some of these sections are the required learning, and these are the mandatory learnings that the organization require you to take based on your job role or based on your, since you're a new hire, you have an onboarding program that you need to be automatically assigned to. And this all can be done by something called the assignment profiles within the LMS. So it automates the assignment of courses and learning courses for the employees. Next, we have the suggested for me and the personalized recommendations, and this is also based on the machine learning and AI. So if we click here, for example, you will see that the system notifies you that you received personalized recommendations based on SAP's machine learning algorithm. That algorithm uses your profile data, like the skills and competencies that you have within your employee profile, and also with your system interactions. So based on these information, the system starts suggesting or recommending the perfect learning courses for you to enhance your skills, whether for your current job or for any future role that you have. And here we have the library that's assigned also to the employees within the organization, and you can have different libraries for different employee groups or for different departments as well. So we just have a quick look about one of the courses that we can take. So for example, for that course, this is an online course that can be taken by the employees from the learning management system within SuccessFactors itself. I just want to give you a quick view of what we can offer on the LMS. So we support different kind of tools or formats for the content, like we can have PDFs, we can have videos, we can have SCORM files. So we can have different types of content. If you have your own content, it can be uploaded. If it's something that's integrated with a third party, it can also be added to SuccessFactors itself. So this is just a quick view of some of the courses we can add on the system, how the flow goes, and what's the table of contents and everything. And also we can add tests to the courses itself, and we can require whether the test is mandatory to be passed in order the completion of this course will be counted for that employee or not. And also, whenever a course is completed, it will be added to the employee learning history. So that employee will be able to go and see all his learning history. So here we have our learning histories with all the completed learning activities within the system. And also we have templates for the certificates on the system that can be printed out, and it can be shared on LinkedIn, for example, or it can be shared anywhere the employee wants. We create the template, and of course, this template is configurable. So we just created one time, and whenever a course is completed, the employee will receive this certificate as well. So last thing I'm gonna show, because I think I've exceeded my time, but hopefully you are enjoying this. So the last thing I'm going to show is the reportings very quickly. It will not take much time. So just let me share my screen. Okay, so here we have our report center embedded in SuccessFactors, where we are able to have the reports designed for us, whether you want to have a dashboard, whether you want to have any type of report, whether it's table, dashboards, pie charts, everything is supported. You can just create them and you will be able to run these reports whenever you want. And the data can be gathered from all over SuccessFactors. Any data saved on the system can be used for our reporting tool. So this is just a quick glimpse or quick example of how the reports can be shown on SuccessFactors. So here, for example, we have our HR key headcounts matrix, how many FTEs we have, what's the percentage between females and males employees, the headcount per gender, per job classification, what's the headcount per country based on the region and also the gender. This is the diverse headcount, for example. We can go to the recruiting efficiency. We're going to see how many job requisitions are now active, how many are open, what's the average age in order to close the job requisitions, what's the time to fill, how many days are required to fill our job requisitions. And also we can have here the details for the job requisitions, like in a table format, who's the hiring manager, who's the recruiter, and so on. So this is just to give you a quick understanding about the reporting and how it works and how we can create or design these reports to be working at any time that we want. Hopefully I was beneficial for you, and hopefully you enjoyed this part. And now we are going back to Zain. That will give us a quick success stories from EDM part. So Zain, back to you.
Thank you, Omar. It was a very interesting and insightful demonstration. You went through all the models in details. I hope everyone benefited from it. Now, I think you have the slide, if I'm not mistaken. Let's talk a bit about one of our success stories with one of our clients and maybe go through our portfolio as well, so we can give a glimpse for
just share.
people. Yes, please.
Share it right now. Okay, here you go.
Perfect. Thank you so much. So basically, I'm going to share with you our latest Go Live success story with the Monty Mobile. Who doesn't know Monty Mobile? It's a global telecom company and technology company. They are operating in 29 countries. Basically, they struggled with their manual HR processes, data mistakes, and no automated workflows. Before SuccessFactors, they used Service Desk and SharePoint, but needed a more advanced system. In 2023, they implemented SAP SuccessFactors, including key HR modules and integration with their biometric attendance system and navigation. After going live in 2024, they saw big improvements, faster workflows, and more accurate reports. Also with better performance tracking. Reports that used to take hours now take one click, and automations had made their work much easier. To support its rapid growth and diverse workforce, they had like around 598 employees, so they needed an HR system that could keep up with their fast growth. Here's what we helped them with. Employee Central, which is a single hub for all locations, performance and goal management, which aligned the employees with the business objectives. Also, the learning model that we went through previously to train their employees worldwide with all several countries. The time tracking as well to have an accurate payroll and cost management efficiently. The recruiting and the onboarding as well to hire and retain top talent. And finally, the succession and development, which led to them helping build a strong talent pipeline and retain top performers, like we also have seen previously. So this is one of our latest success story. Omar, please, if you can go to the second one so we can show a bit of our clients. As you can see, we have Elisab, we have Roadster, Dick Duke, Bar 13, G Burger, Hipco as well. Much more portfolio are coming soon, inshallah. After we go live, we'll be talking in details. Thank you so much. This is it. I'm gonna now open space for Q&As. Please feel free to ask any questions if you have any concern. And also, if anyone is interested to have one-on-one session, please put your information in the chat, or you have our number and email. We would love to have one-on-one session to have more detailed and to gather requirements and do an operation assessment to your businesses. Thank you so much.